Not on yet.
It should be on. Is
There's
it
a
on?
5-second delay.
Yeah, we're always on a 5-second delay. That's why Noah can never tell us if we did it right or not. Like until it's done.
Right.
Can you check the sound?
I did before. I'll do it again.
Okay. Oh, nope. I got a notification we're on.
We are on, baby.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday night. We are live.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. We have a visitor.
Yes, we do. Sophia is back visiting us, our esteemed intern. She went
Yes.
away to college.
And she came back like
She came back. Yeah.
one semester. And she looks totally different.
Yeah.
It's amazing, right?
I can't get it on. Yeah.
So, Sophia, you're loving college. You're studying communications. She interviewed me for the podcast, you know. She has a
Oh,
podcast.
I didn't know that.
She interviewed me for the podcast.
You tell
and,
me nothing.
I think I was a very good interview. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was a good interview. And she's a good interviewer.
Right.
And you know, that's how we met originally, right? She came to the club with her father
Right.
and then a teacher. Yeah, there's a teacher that came in.
I think she would remember better than you, Vinny. She's
No.
like, no, and you're like,
One of her teachers came in and said, I know Sophia. She's,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah.
see? So maybe I do remember it.
Chronologically correct, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cracks me up. Everybody, you know, you just saw,
Correct
you
you.
saw Vicky crawl inside my head and misremember for me.
No.
Yes.
No, get out of town.
But your teacher thought very highly of you, and her father was a very nice guy, big comedy fan, right?
Right.
And so they wanted me if I could get them some interviews.
Right.
Now, I was the first interview, right? Way back when, or no? You didn't interview me.
No, you weren't the first one.
I was or was not.
No, you were not.
So, but I got you an interview with Jim Brewer,
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon,
Yep.
and who else?
Jay Black, was that you or no?
Who?
Jay Black.
Jay Black.
Yeah, Jay Black. He's great.
That's all I can think of.
But everybody said the same thing. She's a great interviewer. And then finally, she called me. She said, Vinny, I can't get anybody. Everybody else has said no. Literally, you're my last hope. And while you're not a good hope, you're my last hope. Would
Okay, I
you
like that.
please spend 5 minutes? She goes, you can't, it was said, you can't be interesting for more than 5 minutes. And then I said, okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. And then I couldn't get her off the phone because guess what? I was better than all those other clowns.
I don't imagine Sophia was rude like that.
Yeah, that's exactly the way the conversation
Yeah. I just don't imagine that.
But she's a good interviewer.
Yeah.
And immediately she goes to Fairfield University. Wait, Fairfield. Yeah, Fairfield. And yes, exactly. And she immediately ends up with the equivalent of a podcast radio show, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
That is really amazing, Sophia. We're super happy for you. We really are. Cassie's clapping you out. I like that.
And
I like that.
I think the way she got it, I always thought this, but I never confirmed it with you. I think what she did is she went in and said, well, you know, I know Vinny Brand. And
Yeah, sure.
is that how
sure,
it
sure.
happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's very funny. I have a little PSA. Come over here, real quick.
Don't. Wire.
She has to do this, and then she's got to jet upstairs. Go ahead and say it.
Thank you, Ron Ginsberg, for the Susie Sweet Shop hand-dipped chocolates.
That's amazing.
That was very nice,
That's
Ron and
amazing.
Sharon Ginsberg. Our favorite chocolates are from the Ginsbergs.
Our favorite
So
chocolates from
she-
some of our favorite people.
Yeah.
Susie Sweet Shop's hand-dipped.
Yeah. So yummy. So yummy.
Yeah,
So
that's
all
so
excuse me.
nice.
So my mom is saying she can't leave any comments, so I'm not sure what's going on. But Doug Miller wrote, Vinny, I miss you in the Stress Factory.
Who wrote that?
Doug Miller?
Doug Miller.
Doug Miller, yes. So hello, Doug Miller.
Hello, Doug Miller.
Yeah.
God, man, I like Doug Miller.
So we're just going to jump right into our show because we got a lot to
A
cover.
lot to talk
A
about.
lot to cover. The first thing I want to cover is what we did last Friday.
Wait, can I cover something before we cover it?
Sure.
I got a big problem.
Yeah.
Big problem. So, for Christmas, Patty,
Yeah, Patty.
our manager, and Doug, our employee, non-employee friend,
our friends. Yeah.
got us a cappuccino machine.
Yes.
And I have become Kramer.
Oh yeah, you have become Kramer. He's become Kramer with the cappuccino machine, cappuccino / coffee.
Oh, and this is
love
my
it.
second 1.5 hour.
I
And
know.
right after the podcast, I'm going to go outside, maybe paint a fence, something. It's such a good cappuccino machine.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Patty.
Yeah. And Doug.
I've never done drugs, but this is what cocaine must feel like.
Right.
Really, it's got to, right? Or maybe even crystal meth.
Well, you loved it so much that we had gotten Tabby a cappuccino
Yes,
machine for
for
Christmas,
Christmas, yes.
from William Sonoma. We took that back and got her the same one that Patty and Doug got for us because
It's
it's so
unbelievable.
fun.
It's unbelievable.
Really is a great.
And I think our family has an issue with coffee. So I immediately ordered like 400
Yeah, you did.
cappuccino cups,
Right, which you can recycle.
thinking, which we will not recycle.
No, I am recycling.
You gonna
them.
do it?
I already. You've had so many coffees. The back thing's already been filled. I've already cleaned it out.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So anyway, the thing is that I looked at our coffee drawer this morning,
Right.
and we have a coffee issue.
We
Because
have a coffee.
we love our coffee. So we have all kinds of Pike coffees from Starbucks. Now we have at least, what would you say, 400 capsules?
Yeah, probably someone that. Yeah.
And we have a coffee machine, a cappuccino machine. Mm-hmm. I planted coffee beans in the
I
backyard.
know. You got the whole little.
Thank you,
Colombian
Patty and
stuff.
Doug.
Yes, it's so good. So Ron Ginsburg is on. Ron, I'm sorry you just missed Cassie's thank you for the chocolates. What? I
You're
look right there.
You're there right now.
No,
No, you're right there right now.
All right, doesn't matter. It just missed Cassie's thank
You're
you.
there, so look there.
It's very uncomfortable. You just missed Cassie's thank you. Thank you very much for the chocolates. She scooted back upstairs. So we're trying to,
No doubt. To eat.
probably he's eating the chocolates. Yes.
Now we're there. See the little
Yeah.
red,
Oh, okay. That's
the
weird.
red dot tells you right now.
Okay. So anywho,
Anywho,
we have big things. So Friday night we took a night off because Tabby was going back to school.
yes.
And we went to the escape room. And can you show the graphic for that?
Do we have the picture
I have a graphic for the advertisement.
for the escape room?
Right. So it looks so cool. And the whole premise is you're on an airplane and the president's about to be assassin and you've got to save the president and they're going to this summit.
And it was Ronald Reagan.
It was Ronald Reagan.
A president worth saving.
Yeah. So, well,
Not every president.
well, it's smart. You're not dipping your toe into any of the current politics.
No, it was Ronald Reagan.
Right.
And it was really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun. Go ahead, tell more.
And so we went, and I had picked the difficulty because when we went a few years ago with the kids, we did like an all ages
Right.
easy one, and the kids were amazing. They're like figuring out clues and putting together these puzzles and like, look at that on the wall and da 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 da. So I said, okay, well, we've got 5 adults because Maddie's boyfriend was with us and we've got a very smart 10-year-old. Let's do a medium level of difficulty.
Well, there were 6 of us.
I said 5 adults and 1 smart
Oh, I thought you were
10-year-old.
counting Cassie, the 10-year-old. And then I thought you were counting
Well,
me
now
as a
I
child.
can see why we didn't get out of the escape
No,
room.
I thought you were saying I was a child.
Now I see why we didn't get out.
Oh, I'm worthless.
Oh, it was bad, folks. It was bad. So you get 3 clues, and immediately we get all 3 clues, right? You ask for like you hit a little intercom button for anyone that hasn't done the escape room, and we're like, we can't figure this out, and so they tell us how to do it, but that she wasn't specific enough. So we had to double back again and say, what? I don't understand. So that was clue number 2.
That's what she did to us?
Yeah. So the first 2 did not get it. And then we had to go back again. And she had said beforehand, normally in the game, if you ask for more than 3 clues, they deduct time.
Right.
But she said she wasn't going to be doing that. That if we wanted more clues, we could do it. Well, she gave us 10 extra minutes as it was.
Did she give us 10
She
extra
gave
minutes?
us 10 extra minutes. So we were in there for 70 minutes. And finally, she just came in. And she was like, all right, game's over. And
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt dumb that day. I feel dumber.
And you had said, can we play for an extra 5? And she was like, no, you can't, because there's another group coming in. But you were close. And then she proceeded to rattle off
Right. What we had to
so
still
many
do.
things. I felt like we were on the movie Get Smart. Like, she rattled off so many things that
It's
we
amazing.
still had to do. Right. So if you really want to feel your intelligence, go to an escape room because it is hard.
It's very hard. And I think the thing is, though, that if once you get the pattern of how the clues lay out, then I think if we went to another escape room, we would do better.
Well, I feel like we're going to go practice now. And I had an idea. We go practice and then we do it for our staff outing. So then we look really smart.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. I love
That's
it.
what I'm thinking.
I love it. And
We
you know what?
practice the same one over and over again, and then we act like we've never been there.
Yes.
And I know that besides Noah, none of the staff will know.
Yeah, 'cause they don't watch the
They don't
podcast.
watch the podcast.
Yeah, screw them. Screw them. I say we have a staff outing without them. I say we announce the staff outing
Yeah.
right now, and whoever hears it gets to go. And
Yeah.
if you don't hear it, the staff outing is me and you, and then we can afford to go staff outing to Bermuda with
Right.
me, you, and Noah.
Well, Todd Parpen said that we should go to the go-kart place by Topgolf. I wanted to see that place.
I heard that
Yeah.
the lines were an hour and a half to 2.5 hours long, and that it's good.
Oh, it's that long? You
Well,
don't
it
make
just
a
opened,
reservation?
so you got to expect that.
Right. So Candy said that she's here, yes, and that she's coming. Well, Candy, you can come practice with
Candy,
us.
you know, I have to say
You can
something.
practice with us.
The Bridgeport crew
Yeah.
watches the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Patty usually watches the podcast.
Right.
Doug will watch the podcast.
Well, Doug is on it, and
Yeah.
he said he would love to, so he could practice with us too. But the
Doug
rest of the rat bastards,
is going to Bermuda with me, you, Noah.
right?
Too bad Sophia didn't join the company.
Graham too. My mom's saying me too.
I'm not
She's
bringing her to
texting
say
me.
no. You know what? We've done enough for that woman. You're staying home.
No.
I would
So-
bring Graham anywhere.
Oh, I know. She's a good time.
She's so much fun.
Yeah, she's a good time.
You know, I'll tell you something. A lot of times when your mother's on board, like if you and I go out,
Mm-hmm.
in a standard marriage, the husband will go, you're a mother-in-law, we're bringing her along. When your mother-in-law's coming along, I frequently think, we're bringing Vicky along.
I know you do. I know. Because you guys are a good time. You guys really are. So then right after we went to escape room, we hit up this Italian restaurant in Middletown
You
called
can say the name.
I was just about to.
Oh,
Nana's Kitchen.
Nana's Kitchen.
And it's a BYOB, super fun place. And we got there late though. We were like the last diners to come in. And the one waiter was a little miffed we were there. But the other one, our main one that was helping us,
Yeah.
he was great. He kept saying, no, they're fine, they're fine. But they had a singer there. And so when we walked in, did you get that video? Cassie is you. She is her father's daughter. So she walks in, the guy's singing. She walks right up to him and starts dancing with him. And it was so cute. And then literally you missed it because you were running late. Because we had taken because whenever we go somewhere, we have 4 drivers in the house. We have 4 cars everywhere.
It's ridiculous.
We're not doing anything for the environment.
It's so ridiculous.
But the whole place clapped for Cassie. And it was super fun. And then he came and had Cassie sing You've Got a Friend in Me with him.
That's
And she
amazing.
sang along the whole time. It was so fun.
It's so, and the guy was super nice.
Oh, he's so nice.
Talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did he come and say that he had died on the table and got resurrected, or whatever they call it?
No, he did not say that. He did not say that
Did he
at
say
all.
he died?
No, he did not say he died.
Are you sure? I think he said he had some medical thing.
I don't know. He was trying to give us his CD.
Listen, you weren't listening, or I heard a fascinating story that didn't happen. One or the other.
No, he made his CD.
Yeah, because he said he almost died.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Jesus Christ. Listen, I can't be sure he said it, Like yesterday on the plane coming back from Michigan, I got upgraded to first class because I can't hear.
Mm-hmm.
And which is nice. That's a nice little perk of
Right.
being deaf. And they were making announcements. I'm like, I don't know. That's why I said to you, I think I might be at A. And we were at A.
Right.
And I asked the girl, by that time she knew I couldn't talk here. So she talked to me that way. We're in A. Because she knows I'm reading her lips.
Right.
A. You know, if you overemphasize, and I'm a lip reader, you mess your mouth up. So I can't, you have to just talk normal. And then I'll read your lips.
Right. But I mean, frequently when you can't hear and you want someone to repeat yourself, you do this a lot, which always frustrates me.
What?
You're like, what? And then you look down to text. And then I repeat myself and you look up again. And you go, what? And then I start repeating myself and you look back down again. And then you get mad at me when I'm like, Vin, look at me. And you're like, oh, you know I can't hear. I'm like, but you got to look at me.
You know, Vicky,
Yeah.
you're one of the many, many people in the world that pick on the deaf.
Yes, I do. I do. I pick on you. So, moving on.
I'm getting picked on for being deaf on YouTube. You know that, right?
No, I do know that, which is crazy. People are mean.
Well, they're saying things like, there's no way this dude's deaf. It's all bullshit.
Well, I think because they have some preconceived notion that because people that are born deaf have a different speech pattern,
Right.
and people that go deaf because your formative years you learned how to speak, you could hear it, so you speak,
Right.
in a certain manner. It doesn't sound like you're deaf.
But speech therapists, now I just said that very carefully. If I want to enunciate properly, I have to focus very hard.
Right.
Because I don't say hard, I say hard. I roll everything out.
Right.
So if a normal person would say, listen to Larry as he expedites. And I don't say that. I say, listen to Larry as he expedites. It's just, now, someone, no, it just, I guess, who cares? Huh?
I slur everything.
Yeah, but that's just because you're lazy. I'm deaf. All right, so big difference
Lazy
between lazy and
Noah.
deaf. Don't jump in my stuff. So someone wrote online. This is what they wrote. Did you see the comment? No. It said, I've been to the club and no one mentioned he was deaf. Well, who the hell? What would they say?
Hey, welcome to the Stress Factory. Vinny's deaf.
Yeah, that's so stupid. And but in any event, what were we talking about?
You said something about coming back from Michigan. I don't know.
They upgraded me.
right.
And
But they didn't upgrade you because you're deaf.
why'd they upgrade me?
Because whenever I buy any airfare and we fly a lot, I always put our number in, and we were at some status
Oh,
now.
I thought I got upgraded because I was deaf.
No.
The world does nothing for deaf people.
No.
Nothing.
The only
We
thing
get
that they
nothing. You can't upgrade a deaf man.
No, the only thing that they do is
They came and sat me.
They come and sit you because
That girl was so sweet.
yeah.
You know what she did?
What?
I went up and said, listen, I'm not going to hear the call. I'll be sitting right over there. Just please make sure I don't miss the call.
Yeah.
And she didn't embarrass me.
Mm-hmm.
She walked over and she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, come with me.
Mm.
I think that's what she said.
I don't. You just followed her.
I followed her. So nice.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about this a lot. You go to an airport outside of New Jersey,
Right.
they're nice.
They're so nice, especially
nice.
in Michigan. They're so lovely
Oh,
and so lovely. New Jersey, oh, forget it.
well, you know, you go to New Jersey airport and they're dealing with people from New Jersey. It's a double whammy, a conundrum,
Yeah.
a self-fulfilling cycle of anger and nastiness. They know customers are going to be nasty, nasty customers know they're going to be nasty. It's a self-fulfilling.
It is. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So 2 years ago, we had to fly to Michigan. I'll never forget this. The bag drop. That was, we were flying out for one of Maddie's races. The bag drop was looped all the way down. Like, it was like a huge snake.
Yes, I remember that.
Down all the way, filling like the whole area like when you first enter the
remember that.
airport. And we stood in the long line, and everyone was going to miss their flights, and it went and then from the bag drop line, you had to get into the security line, which was also still downstairs.
I remember.
And you had to go up the escalator.
It was
in
crazy.
that. So there was a guy that cut the whole line and got right onto the escalator. And this couple said, "Hey, you just cut the whole line." And he turned to them and said, "What are you going to do about it? Huh? What are you going to do about it?"
Right.
And she was.
What'd you do? Did you do anything?
Oh, well, you couldn't hear what was happening. And so I didn't react. And I pretended because the one lady turned and said, "He cut the line." And I was like, I do not want to fight at 6 a.m. I just want to get on my flight. And so I did nothing. So, yeah, I didn't do anything about it. But
This reminds me of the Denver airport incident.
let's not go down that road.
The Denver airport incident. A guy cut the line.
We will bring that
Another
up another
time.
time. That is a long story.
I went to bat for humanity.
Yeah, and the whole line turned on you.
The whole line.
The whole line. So, but I really, really need to get to this because this is big news. It was a news break. It was big news when it hit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
M&M's, which is close to my heart. My mom worked at M&M's for a long time. M&M's headquarters is my hometown. So a lot of my friends' parents worked at M&M's. They have rolled out a new campaign with just female M&Ms.
What?
With just female M&Ms.
What does that even mean?
I'm not exactly sure, but it's a whole campaign where
I thought all M&Ms were non-binary.
No. So I didn't print out the picture. The whole thing, they've rolled out a new color, purple, and they actually say, and this is CNN. The CNN wrote M&M's new packaging is causing a stir. And they said they're on the cutting edge of the cultural wars. Cutting edge. And the M&M is on the cutting edge of a cultural war. And I'm not sure what it means. Like a cultural war against men and women?
Not against, they'd be fighting for. They're saying that the color purple is of color.
Well, they're saying it's for female empowerment, and it's a new color. And this is CNN's words. They're knee deep into cultural wars controversy.
Well, I don't think
So
that's
fucking
female
an
empowerment.
M&M.
You're gonna cause females to get heavy.
Yeah,
Eat the
Vinny,
M&M.
that's terrible. That's just terrible. But
Let's fatten them up.
no, but it's and they literally say,
Oh, it's limited edition. All female pack will include purple, brown, and green. The candy's trio of female characters who are upside down on the package to celebrate women everywhere who are flipping the status quo. You know what I'm looking for when I look for an M&M's? Seriously? I'm looking for something that melts in my hand, not my mouth, or vice versa. That's all I want.
well,
I don't care about your packaging.
Well, that's what's so funny to me is, listen, kudos to them, right? Because they're back in the news.
That's exactly what they did.
Kudos to them.
Yeah, they invented this.
Yeah, kudos to them.
Yes.
So smart.
You know, can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I've been at the cultural edge of this for the longest time. For example, all the people I dated were women. I was
Right.
empowering women by dating only women.
Well, Todd Harpence just said changing the name to M&W. I like it.
No, W&W, Todd. Do I have to think for the whole world? Do I have to think for everybody? M&M, men and men.
Men and men.
This would be women and women.
Yeah. So,
And you don't have to change anything. Just flip them upside down.
right. They said they were very overwhelmed because, the big thing is they've changed all of the M&M characters' shoes. So the green lady is no longer in pumps.
Yeah,
She's
they
in
dehored them.
sneakers. And then, but
They did. They dehored them. Listen,
Yeah.
that was a controversy a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
They said that it was sexist to have her in boots. And the number of times Noah himself, I've heard Noah say this so many times. Man, I love an M&M in boots. I heard him say it. Okay.
Well, now they have, like, somebody has shoelaces, someone doesn't have shoelaces. It's a big controversy. It's a big controversy.
You know what's amazing to me? I have to believe that this is a publicist somewhere saying, float this out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a harmless, attention-grabbing thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, did you know that and this is, you're hearing it straight dope, no kidding. I don't give a shit.
No, I mean, well, Lauren, your Lauren, says her heels were iconic. And
Yes.
they were. And I don't know, like, because my mom worked there, I used to have for the kids all of the M&M stuffed animals. Like, they had stuffies that were M&Ms, and I had saved them for the kids. But I was saving them. None of the kids were playing with them, so I finally gave them to Goodwill. But we had the green one. We had the one with the heels.
Everybody had the one with the heels.
Well, I mean, did you really? No, I mean, a lot of people.
Don't you remember when you were a kid? Don't you remember when you were a kid that this wouldn't even occur to you? Don't you remember being someone that never ever looked at a pack of M&Ms and said, "Look what they're doing"? You get it? You get it, don't you?
Yeah.
This is the problem, right? Now, so in one of my jokes online, I use the word cripple.
Right.
The joke is illustrative of how people treat people handicapped. Now, our very longtime customer, whose name always escapes me, oh my God, the kid that was multiply handicapped.
Oh, who passed away?
Yes.
Uh,
And I'm in the audience. He's in the audience, and he went, I guess name. And he mouthed and didn't make, and I picked on him. So on one of my bits, I talk about that, right? And, okay, now, this is the problem. The woman doesn't even listen to the piece. She says, I'm a problem. Because I use that word, right? Now, if you listen to the piece, it's
right.
illustrative. But people want to be triggered. This M&M stuff, this is ridiculous. The world is melting. And we have so many serious problems. And this ain't one of them.
Well, that's what they said. There was another newscaster was very upset about the whole M&M thing. And she actually said, if this is what you need for validation, an M&M that is color than you think is associated with feminism, then I'm worried about you. I think that makes China say, oh, good, keep focusing on that. Keep focusing on giving people their own color M&Ms while we take over all the mineral deposits in the entire world. I don't know. I think that M&M's was just like, hey, this is a good story.
I agree.
Yeah, we're going to sell some more M&Ms.
It's brilliant marketing.
Brilliant marketing.
Kudos
Yeah.
to one of the most successful companies in the
Yes.
history. Well, it's the most successful candy company, right?
Right. Well, and you do know that, like, in our hometown, there was the their headquarters, and then across the street there was a house,
Yes.
and then down the street there was another building, and the rumors were that they had tunnels,
I believe
like
that.
under everywhere to
I
get to
believe that.
all of that. And Mr. Mars lived in our town, and
He lived right in your town?
Mr. Mars lived in our town.
Now, I have to ask this. Did he have like a crazy expensive mansion?
Mr. Mars, the original Mr. Mars, no. So we actually, my mom and I one time saw him in the A&P.
I love that.
Yeah, just shopping in the
I
A&P.
love that.
And how he had it was nobody had their own office. When he was in charge, when old man Mars was in charge, because my mom worked there, no one had their own office.
You got to respect that, right?
Yeah, like they had
How
they
much
had
do you respect that?
partitions.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Said today when we rented offices, and the first thing Vicky said to me is, I call that office the only private office.
Yes. No, because you
You're
talk on
no
the phone.
Mars.
No, because I'm bringing Cassie to work with me. So
Yeah. It cracked me up. Right?
yeah. So okay, so we have to get to a couple things, and then we're gonna get
That's a
back
great
to this.
story.
Yeah. So Noah, your mom wants us to ask, Cassie's our special. Yeah. Cassie's our special? I don't know.
Special guest, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay. And she also wants to know, Vinny, how you feel about Harbaugh going to the NFL. I thought he declined that.
To go where?
I thought Jim Harbaugh declined going to the NFL.
Well, listen, what I understand is that I believe he's coming back to Michigan.
Okay.
Okay, now, he always says you can't tell the future.
Right.
I believe he'll come back, given that next year, the backfield and the quarterback position, I mean, you got J.J. McCarthy, you have your boy, Blake Corum, and you have Donovan Edwards. You have I think, mostly returning offensive line. You're going to lose Schoonmaker. I believe he'll go to the draft. But
Yeah, sure.
I think Michigan gets Harbaugh at least one more year.
Yeah.
I think if he wins the national championship, does he go at that point and say, well, let's say next year he wins the Big Ten again, God willing, and then wins the big championship. At that point, he will have become one of the all-time iconic coaches, along with Kirby Smart
Yeah.
and Nick Saban and so many other great guys. So, listen, next year is going to be. I'm going to games next year.
Oh,
by the
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I want you to get the notion in your head that I'm going to cancel at the last minute. Out of your head, Alice. Out of your head. Because let me tell you, I'm going to games next year. A lot of games.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Oh, so your mom said that your sister's name is Cassidy too. So my Cassie is actually her real name is Cassandra. So she does get that a lot though, that her name is
Does
Cassidy.
Noah have a Cassie sister?
Cassidy, his sister that lives in Colombia.
I didn't know anything about that. Did you tell me about that in the past?
It's just terrible, Vinny. It's just terrible.
You got to make your stories more
Yes.
interesting. Like if I
That's terrible.
no, hey, listen to me. When we were first dating, I don't even remember. I was working long hours, and we'd be at a dinner. No, we'd be at a dinner, and I would talk, and obviously Vicky was enthralled,
Oh yeah.
and just enraptured. And then, I was working 21-hour days, and then she would start to talk about things women talk about, and I would go to sleep at the table, and she would get mad at me, and I'd go, "Listen, I'm working 21 hours a day. If you're gonna have a conversation with me, you got to amp your game. Remember I said that to you? And
How'd that go over for you?
we're married 25
Yeah,
years.
yeah. I put up with your shit.
What else you got?
All right, so I have.
Don't end it. I'm having fun. Don't end it. Just let it go.
Okay. All
God.
right, all
You know how our
right.
marriage is going to end? This is how our marriage is going to end. She's going to come home one day. She's going to, yeah, we're done. We're done. Wrap it up.
No. So I have the next thing I have is Abigail Disney.
This is the actual Disney?
This is an actual Disney. She is a great niece of Walt Disney. And she's just come out and said how private jets are, she calls them the cancer of the rich. And that sometimes she flies business class.
I'll tell you, she's a sacrificer.
So, but she is a big environmentalist and she's a big social activist. And she's come out hard on people flying private jets because she feels like it's really, listen, Leonardo DiCaprio just made big news last week. I don't know if you saw that, because he's another one that's huge, like against
Global warming and fossil fuels.
everything else. And which everyone obviously, you should care about.
Not me.
The planet.
If I could have a private jet tomorrow, I would be, get us there faster.
So, but then he's on his private jets. He's on his big yachts, whatever.
He's one of the biggest hypocrites there is.
Oh, yeah.
He flew a private jet to Cairns to talk about global warming.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
that Greta Thunberg, now she's out there on a
that
rowboat.
sailboat,
Rowboat.
yeah.
Little Greta Thunberg.
But so she's even spoken against like Disney, the corporation Disney, which is funny because she's a shareholder. So,
You know what that is? That's every spoiled. That's Prince Harry.
Oh yeah, yes. Well, that's what I started reading this, and I was thinking of Prince Harry and his new book Spare, and he's just coming out as a crybaby.
I know. I'm writing.
Crybaby.
I've already started penning a response
Mm-hmm.
to the book Spare,
Right.
and my response is spare me, because
Yeah.
what a baby.
Well, he is. He is a baby, and her. She said, "Well, I have given away at least $70 million since I was 21." And you say, "Okay, so you've given away all of your wealth," until you learn in the article she's still worth $120 million.
Vicky, she's worth $120 million.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, she has untold earning capability.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'm now with what we did today.
Mm-hmm.
We are officially. We shouldn't talk about our finance, but we're officially 100 heirs.
Yes,
Now,
100 heirs.
the- Now that gives us the opportunity to buy lottery tickets, which when I get done here, I'm going and buying them.
Mm-hmm.
But like Prince Harry,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't want to hear it. Not even a little bit.
No.
Okay, if he had left the fold when he was 4, if he crawled out and he said, "My rattle's made of gold, I can't take it," I'd listen.
Right.
All right. He met Meghan Markle. She's a whack-a-lone.
Oh, she is a
Because
whack
he was
alone.
thick as thieves with his brother.
Yeah.
He was all into it. He's pounding people over the head with the real scapula. I'm just kidding. I said it wrong on purpose. He was all into it. He flew for the Royal Navy.
Yeah.
He pretended to go to war. Okay. He did all that stuff.
He party hard in Vegas.
Yes.
On his private planes.
Yes. By the way, how did you get to meet Meghan Markle? Because you're Prince Harry.
Yeah.
She didn't meet some plumber. Meghan Markle didn't meet some plumber at the Acme. Okay. No. Meghan Markle,
Mm-hmm.
I bet you, is twisted up.
Oh, yeah.
Twisted up. And the two of them now. Okay, so you left the royal family.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Now we're going to write a tell-all book.
Well, they're saying that they're forced to.
Forced to leave?
No, they're forced.
They're hinting it's racist.
Oh, no, they haven't hinted. They've said that it's racist. But they have.
They don't like redheads. The rough end.
So they, in his new interview with Anderson Cooper basically says, "Listen, you moved to California. You said you wanted to be out of the public eye. You want to be out, and all you're doing is coming right back."
Right.
And he's saying, "Well, we were forced to because my family kept leaking stories about us."
Nobody leaked the story.
But every story they've started.
Yeah, they've
Every story they've started.
Yeah, I can tell you something.
So, I mean, everybody's got that family member that just won't shut up.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel...
Mrs. Chait has told me all about now.
Yeah. So, I mean, in that regard, you're like, all right, they're just like everybody else.
They are. The only difference is, for me,
Yeah.
with Harry, is, listen, you lived that life. You benefited from that life. Everything everything you are, everything, expert horseman, pilot, everything that was given to you on a silver platter, paid for with British taxes and long ago countries that were subjugated, all of that you are, you're the product of what you were given. And now you're gonna toss up on.
Well, and then how about the move in his lifestyle was funded by his father? So basically, they said, okay, the taxpayers can't pay for you anymore since you're doing this. And his dad was like, no problem. Here's a spare $40 million for you.
Right.
No problem. And then he had the trust from his mother.
I understand.
Which is also came from the royals, the trust from his, because she was a nanny when she met Prince Charles. So it's not.
You mean
Diana.
she was a nanny?
She was a nanny or a school teacher. No, a preschool teacher or a nanny. So regardless, it's not like she was a commoner
Right.
with not a high paying job.
Right.
So any money that she had in her trust.
She was a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Prostitute.
No, stop. it.
Whatever.
That probably is a higher paying job though.
Yes.
And
I like Diana.
No. I'm not.
And I like that
disparaging.
Kate Middleton.
Yo, I like Kate Middleton too.
Kate Middleton comports herself very nicely.
She really does. She really does.
And I like Prince Charles. King
Yeah.
Charles. Is
Yeah.
he king?
He's. I think he's officially king.
Yeah, he's a king, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a king.
So
Does he go by Charles? King Charles?
I don't know.
What does he go by?
Pretty sure it's King.
Huh?
King. Yeah. They all got new titles.
But wait, I don't think it's Charles, though. It's King something else.
It doesn't matter. We all know who it
Can
is.
you Google that for us?
Oh, Mrs. Noah's mom wants Noah to be Prince Noah.
Prince.
Prince Noah. She's his
You know how
baby
there's that
boy.
book, The Prince and the Pauper? That's Pauper now.
Yeah. So I mean, he is just a big old crybaby because he said, "Well, I still have money left from my mother." Well, your mother got the money from the royals too.
King Charles III.
King Charles III.
King Charles III. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, so my father was a plumber. And people will say, well, your father gave you nothing because he was a plumber. And that's not true either.
No.
He gave me a work ethic, a sense of humor. He gave me a sense of family. So my father gave me plenty.
Yeah.
Now, my tell-all book about my father would be all good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, this kid, he's a kid. How old is he? 33 now?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh no, he's 38.
38. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm so done with him.
Yeah. I mean, and it's also true. Like you wrote this tell-all book. You were essentially saying, I'm not going to have a relationship with the rest of my family forever.
Yes.
You know.
And Meghan Markle, this is what she came from. You ready? 200.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
Yeah. It just is. So I
Put me
have
over here.
one last.
Put me over here.
Yeah. Oh, here.
Write a book. Write a book and make money.
I have one last piece of weird news,
Yeah, I love it.
and it was very unsettling to thousands of people.
Good.
A British clinic. Did you hear about this?
No,
You didn't.
this is all surprising.
Okay.
You have time for this stuff. I work.
Oh, shut up. So a British clinic mistakenly sent thousands,
Oh, I
not
did it.
one, not two, thousands of patients that, first of all, I don't know why you would send this
An
in
email.
a text. It was a text
A text.
that they had an aggressive lung cancer. Aggressive lung cancer. Wow. So they said a bunch of people that they interviewed afterwards said like one woman burst out into tears because she had just gotten a biopsy.
Oh,
Another guy was trying to call there, couldn't get anybody on the phone, so he jumped in his car, raced down, and people were breaking down all over the place because it was, aggressive lung cancer. That's a death sentence.
at the death sentence.
And
Somebody, I'm guessing, in that cohort of people actually did have that cancer.
oh yeah, yes, for somebody it was true. But what they meant to say was Happy Christmas. First of all, the saying's not even Happy Christmas. It's Merry Christmas.
Well, there it's Happy Christmas. That's why the
Whatever.
song John Lennon wrote is Happy Christmas.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. But it's, Happy Christmas.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
How the hell
I don't know.
did someone say, did I spell Christmas right? L-U-N-G. Yeah, go ahead. It's end. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It is
That's sad.
amazing.
We have to talk a little bit about how unbelievable it is with Damar Hamlin. That's his name, right? Did I get it right? Damar Hamlin
Oh, yeah.
from the Buffalo Bills. What a feel-good story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we watched that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought he would be brain dead, and I thought he would die.
Yeah.
Apparently, an NFL team physician or a team assistant, whatever he is, gave that guy CPR for 9+ minutes,
Yeah.
saved his life. And this, I don't know anything about Damar Hamlin beforehand. I have no idea.
First of all, giving someone CPR yourself for 9 minutes, you've taken the CPR class.
Yes,
That's physically exhausting.
yes,
Like physically exhausting. And
it's
'cause-
physically exhausting.
Yeah.
And it's also next to impossible to save someone after a certain point.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like that. Now, how they got that gear off that kid, And he's a kid. He's 23. He's a kid. He's a baby.
Yeah.
Now, he has had just a tremendous amount of people love him now. But he has said that he's going to now, he just wants to give back. And so many NFL and so many athletes and so many college students that are athletes give back anyway. You know, they're constantly setting up charities and whatnot. And a lot of them are generous. This story is it's the best turnaround story.
Yeah.
Because it could have been so tragic.
Oh yeah.
And now the kid's smile lights up a room. I'm just amazed by it.
Yeah. No, he is. He is amazing. It really is. Thankfully that he's
I
made
just
it.
want to say something upbeat about the end of the show because I was very negative about Prince Harry.
No, that's fine.
Huh?
That's fine. I think you
Well-
should be negative. Yeah.
I also said rotten things about Noah.
All right. Well, we've got to go. All right,
Can
everyone.
I say some things?
Oh, Jesus Lord. He just never leaves the party. He never does. He never leaves the party. Everyone else leaves before him. Literally everyone else is leaving.
First of all, we're over 55,000 followers,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. Secondly, we had a video this week on my Instagram go over 132,000 views.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? You weren't interested because you didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
And we want people to keep following. It's very
Yes.
important. The restaurant, well underway. We got that place torn apart now. Long, hard days ahead of us, but it's going to be amazing. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. And you don't want to say it, I will. Vicky is pregnant.
I am not. Stop it. So another feel good, and then we will go. Todd Harpin said his nephew's doing a lot better too, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
so
great
happy.
news,
That
too.
is wonderful news. Todd's
That is great news.
nephew had been in that horrific car accident, and
It's
is
also
doing much better.
fragile.
That's so great. Life is so fragile.
Fragile.
So fragile. So, all right, we will end on that very happy news about Todd's nephew.
Yes, Todd, congratulations.
That's awesome. So,
And
happy Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone.
have a great week.
Yeah.
Sophia, thank you for stopping
Yes,
by.
thank you, Sophia.
So
for
good to
stopping
see
by.
you. You grew up in 4 months. You grew up. Noah, there's still hope. You can
Yeah.
still grow up.
Did you notice though? No cologne.
I can smell them from here.
Oh, really? I couldn't.
Wait,
I couldn't.
that's me.
Okay. All right. Have a
Noah,
good night
wear your
now.
cologne. Wear your cologne. Did you ever notice that in the past, Sophia?
No.
Oh, man. It's like getting punched in the face by a flower.
Yeah. All right. We are out of here. Good night,
Whoa.
everyone. Bye.
Vicky.